morning, students. So we have studied about active earth pressure and passive earth pressure for cohesionless soil. Okay. Today we can discuss about active earth pressure and passive earth pressure for cohesive soil. That is, in the case of cohesive force, there will be a cohesion between the soil particle, that is C. There will be a C value. And for cohesionless soil, the C will be equal to 0. That is cohesion, unit cohesion. Okay. So active pressure for cohesive soil. So since these cohesive soils will be having a cohesive force between them, it will be partially self-supporting. That is, due to this cohesion or cohesive force, it can stand by itself, because this cohesion is a shear strength, will provide shear strength to the soil, so it can stand by itself for some distance. Okay, not at all. It is partially self-supporting since there is cohesion or cohesive force between the soil particle. Okay, and since it is partially self-supporting, it exerts a smaller pressure on the retaining wall. Okay, so for a cohesive soil, if we provide a retaining wall, this cohesive soil will not exert too much pressure on the retaining wall, because it can stand by itself, since it will be having a cohesive force between the particles. Okay, so it will exert a smaller pressure on the retaining wall than the cohesionless soil, with the same angle of friction and unit weight. The other physical parameters are same, but it will exert a smaller pressure. And we can derive the equation. Derivation is not required, so the equation is derived from the geometry of Mohs circle. Okay, so active earth pressure for cohesive soil. So I have told this earth pressure will be reduced, because this cohesive soil will not exert too much pressure on the soil, so there will be reduction in earth pressure. So some value is reduced. So this is the value of earth pressure that you have studied, active earth pressure, that is sigma V into Ka. If it is passive, it will be sigma V into Kp. Okay, so here, since it is cohesive soil, some term is reduced from this one, because the pressure is somewhat smaller than that of cohesionless soil. Okay, so that reduction is that of in terms of cohesion, that is sigma V Ka minus 2c root Ka. This is the equation of active earth pressure in the case of cohesive soil. Okay, from geometry of Mohs circle, it is derived like that. That is sigma V, that is vertical stress, into tan square 45 minus 5 by 2 minus 2c tan 45 minus 5 by 2. So this tan 45 minus 5 by 2, or what is tan square 45 minus 5 by 2? It is Ka. That is Rankine's active earth pressure coefficient. So this equation will become like this. That is sigma V Ka minus 2c root Ka. Okay. So K is tan square 45 minus 5 by 2, or 1 minus sin phi divided by 1 plus sin phi. Okay. So this is the equation of active earth pressure in the case of cohesive soil. So the factor which is reduced, deducted from the lateral earth pressure value is 2c root Ka. C is cohesion. Okay. So we can represent graphically like this. That is, there will be lateral earth pressure due to the backfill soil, and the reduction of this factor, that is 2c root K, which is independent of height. So it will be rectangular variation. So this one minus this one. So this is the final figure which is showing active earth pressure in the case of cohesive soil. This is the final sketch. Okay, here it is like this. This is positive part and this is negative part, because at top this pressure is 0, and this 2c root Ka, this is minus 1. Okay, so this portion is known as tensile zone, because here it is negative 1, and here after this point it is positive value. I will explain in this in the next figure also. So this is the final value that we have derived here, that is sigma V Ka minus 2c root Ka. It is sigma V Ka, this figure minus this figure, we will get this value. So so the figure is like this. Here it is positive and this one it is negative. Okay, So at z is equal to 0, sigma v is equal to 0, and z is equal to h, sigma v is equal to gamma into h. At z is equal to 0, active pressure is equal to 0 minus 2c root Ka. So minus 2c root Ka, that is there is a development of tensile stress. Okay, so at this zone it is of tensile zone, that is development of tensile stress, so this is negative value. Okay, I will explain it in the next figure. And this tensile stress increases with depth. This is the tensile stress, this is negative, and here it is 0, that is it is increasing with depth, and it will reach 0 at this point, and that depth is known as depth of tensile crack, which is marked as ZC. Okay, this is known as depth of tensile crack, that is ZC. So in order to find out this value ZC, we are equating the active earth pressure here as 0, because here it is 0, active earth pressure is 0. So what will be the value of pressure at this point for a depth ZC? That will be equal to Ka into gamma into ZC minus 2c root Ka. Okay, so at this point it will be Ka into gamma into ZC. At this depth it will be Ka into gamma into ZC for this depth. For a depth of h, this will be Ka into h into gamma. Okay, so for minus 2c root Ka, so here it will be Ka into gamma into ZC, because that depth is ZC, minus 2c root K is equal to 0. So from this equation we will get the value of ZC, that is ZC is equal to 2c minus gamma root K. This is very important, that is this is known as depth of tensile crack. So up to this depth, depth ZC, the this soil, backfill soil is under tension. Okay, so at this point this total stress is 0, active earth pressure is 0, that is clear from this figure. Okay, so this is the another figure, same as the previous one, but there are some more parameters marked here. This is the active earth pressure distribution for cohesive soil. Okay, so as I have told in the previous figure, that is this is known as depth of tensile crack, and in the previous one I have marked set C. Here in this figure only it is set not, both are same. Okay, so set C is the depth of critical tensile zone. Okay, and here it is minus 1, because it is away from this origin, so 2c root Ka, and at bottom this is Ka into gamma into h. Okay, then so I have told that here it is negative, and at the another depth of set naught, this will be this depth will be set naught, that is total depth 2 times set naught, or 2 times set C. Okay, so this is minus and this is plus, so overall this here the net active earth pressure will be 0. Okay, that is one point. And another point is like this, that is since it is in the tensile zone, since this portion is under tension, in order to calculate the total earth pressure PA, okay, so we have to calculate the total earth pressure PA. So usually we are in last one we have calculated the total earth pressure by calculating the area of pressure distribution diagram. Okay, but here since this portion is under negative, that is since this portion is under tension, for calculating the total active earth pressure we are taking this portion only, this much portion only, that is below this point set C. Okay, so for calculating active earth pressure we are taking the portion which is positive value, which is under compression only, so we are not taking this portion. Okay, so PA is calculated by taking the area of this portion. Okay, area of this portion, and this will be acting for a height of this height. Okay, this height means h minus at naught by 3, this height by 3, that is the height at which PA is acting. Okay, so because we are taking this much depth only, since this portion is under tension, so we are not taking this for calculating the total active earth pressure. So total active pressure will be equal to area of this portion, and it will be acting at a height of h minus z naught by 3. Okay, I think it's clear. So next the same points are here, that is at a depth set C the active earth pressure becomes 0. Okay, at depth set ZC or Z0, this active earth pressure is 0. Okay. Then within the zone between the ground surface and depth ZC, the soil is in a state of tension in active case. That is at this portion, that is between ground surface and depth ZC, the soil is under tension in active case. Okay. So for calculating the total active thrust on the wall, the tension zone is usually ignored. Okay, that the minus portion is usually ignored, and only the area of the pressure distribution diagram between the depth ZC and H is considered. Between this depth is considered for calculating the total earth pressure. Okay, and the net total active thrust is 0 for a depth of 2 times ZC. The net total active thrust, the total active thrust is 0 for a depth of 2 times ZC. That is, for this depth, here it is minus 1 and the same magnitude is here plus. So by adding these two, resultant will be 0. Okay, so up to this depth, that is 2 times Z0, the net total active thrust is 0. Okay, so in a cohesive soil, a vertical cut can be made up to a depth 2 times ZC without having to provide any lateral support, since at that portion, that is at a depth of 2 times ZC, we should not provide any vertical cut. That is, it can stand by itself because the total active thrust is 0. So this depth is known as critical depth. Okay, that is known as critical depth HC of a cohesive soil. So critical depth HC is equal to 2 times ZC. So we have derived the equation for ZC. ZC is equal to 2C divided by gamma into root K. So 2 times ZC means 4C divided by gamma root K. So this is the equation for calculating critical depth HC. So this is also very important equation. What is the critical depth of a cohesive soil? That is, up to this critical depth, the soil can stand without any lateral support. In a cohesive soil, a vertical cut can be made up to a depth of 2 ZC without having to provide any lateral support, and that depth is known as critical depth, which is marked as HC, and this HC is equal to 2 times ZC. This is critical depth. That is, up to this depth, the soil can stand without any support, since the total net active thrust is 0. That is, HC is equal to 2 times ZC. ZC we have derived previously as 2C by gamma root Ka. So 2 times ZC means 4C by gamma root Ka. Okay, so this is the equation for critical depth. So this is about active earth pressure for cohesive soil. Okay. So this is another figure, the same one, active pressure distribution of our cohesive soil backfill. That is, here this is the tensile zone, negative value, and this is positive one. Below this is positive one. So since these two are same, Z0 and Z0, 2 times Z0, here net thrust is 0, and this height is known as critical depth H, that is 2 times Z0. Okay, and this total active earth pressure is calculated by taking this area, neglecting this area. So that will be acting at a height of H minus Z0 by 3. Okay, so this is active pressure distribution for cohesive soil. So next, for passive pressure distribution. Okay, so in the case of passive pressure, the only difference is here we are adding this one, that is, there is no tensile zone. That is, in the previous one. Okay, here in the case of active, there is sigma v Ka minus 2C root Ka, because it is reducing, because the retaining wall is moving away from the soil in the case of active. But in the case of passive, the retaining wall is moving towards the soil, so the earth pressure will increase. So in the case of passive condition, this will be plus, that is sigma v Ka plus 2C root Ka. Okay, so here I have written the final equation only, because this is the same, only the sign is changing. Okay, so in this here we are calculating, here there is no tensile zone because it is in passive condition. This is same as our regular condition. Okay, so here PP will be equal to this area of this triangle plus area of this rectangle. This is 2c root kp, because since it is cohesive soil, there will be addition of cohesion component of the soil. So kp gamma into h, up for a depth of h, the lateral earth pressure or active earth pressure is equal to kp into gamma into h plus 2c root kp. Okay, and total active earth pressure force is equal to area of this diagram plus area of this diagram, that is area of this one means half gamma h square into kp plus this 2c kp into this height, 2c into root kp into height h. Okay, so this is the case of passive earth pressure, and in the case of passive earth pressure, what is the value of kp? Kp is equal to 1 plus sin phi divided by 1 minus sin phi. Okay, so this is the case of passive earth pressure for cohesive soil. Okay, so this is the final equation, and remember this figure also. And here there will be two total pressure, that is here this is the total active pressure, that is pp2. pp2 means this one, that is pp is equal to pp1 plus pp2. This pp1 is acting for a height of h by 3 since it is a triangle. Okay, and this is pp2 means this one, 2ch root kp. So since it is rectangle, it will be acting at a height of h by 2. Okay, that is a difference. So these are the two conditions, that is active and passive earth pressure for cohesive soil. So in this class we have discussed the earth pressure for a cohesive soil. Okay, so I think it is clear. So if you have any doubt, you can call me or WhatsApp. Okay, next we can do one problem. So problem I will put in next video. Okay, thank you.